All right, so as you can see, we've got some Luma steps from Boost Auto. We're gonna be putting them on Brandon's 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500. These are their new light up steps. These have the sequential turn signal, running lights, rock light functionality. They've got the whole shebang loaded into these steps. So we're gonna go ahead and get these unboxed, get them laid out so you guys can see all the parts. We're gonna get his old China steps removed, these beautiful steps put on. That was a good upgrade. Over here we've got all of our harnesses, extension, plug and play, nuts, bolts, washers, clips, our mounts, more mounts. This is everything that's going to not only hold these steps onto the truck, but also make them functionable. So we're gonna go ahead and get our old steps off the truck, get to a base point of just needing to put steps back on. Give you guys a little side-by-side comparison of, I have the same steps that Brandon just took off his truck. I only have these same steps because Boost Auto hasn't released these steps for the Super Booties yet. But we got the Boost Auto steps on his truck. We've got them side-by-side. Kind of hard to see the lighting on my truck right now. Got side-by-side of the Boost Auto and the Yeta motor, but we've got them all mounted up. Now we're figuring out our wiring, where we're gonna route them. We've got our driver's side harness. The driver's side harness is the one that does not have a positive and ground terminal on it. Like you see on this passenger side harness, it's got an inline fuse. And then we've got a positive and negative ring terminal on each end. This side is gonna go on your passenger side. This side is gonna go on your driver's side. And if you're confused on which step is which, you will want your module and the Boost Auto lettering at the very front. So you'll be able to tell which side is your passenger, which side is your driver. We've got this one mounted up right here. We're gonna run our wire up through the fender well. We've got a battery right here on this passenger side. We can run our positive and negative right to that. And then we have the adapter harness that runs it to the headlights. That's what gives us the sequential turn signal, the startup sequence, and the running light. So plug it in to the headlight on this passenger side. The driver side will come up from the step through the wheel well to the headlight, plug into the headlight harness, and then there's one more harness that will run across the core support at the top and plug into the passenger side harness. That way they are intertwined just like that. Let's get to running some wire. All right guys, all said and done, we've got these steps all mounted up. You guys watched us do all the mounting process. You watched us plug the harness into the headlights. Now that is a option from Boost Auto. You can either have a plug and play harness or you can wire it in yourself. Honestly, I think the plug and play works so much easier. You literally just unplug the headlight, plug in Boost Auto's harness, and then plug in the factory headlight harness back into that. And then it just directly goes to the module on the steps themselves. You have your 2 terminals that go on the battery. Once that's all said and done, guys, everything works the way it should. So just to clarify some things with you guys, because there was some confusion on our end, and I just know other people are going to get confused. The running light on these steps is amber. So if you select anything besides switchback, you are going to have an amber style running light. And the sequential, all that means is the light running down the length of the step. And then when it goes back to the running light itself is amber colored. So if you're wanting a white running light, select the option for switchback lights. That is the only way you're going to get a white running light. That was some confusion on our end. That is not Boost Auto's fault at all. It's just, you know, there's so many different options. It's easy to get confused. But I will say they still do look very good. It kind of works out well because his tow mirrors don't have switchbacks, and he doesn't have switchbacks on the front of this either. So everything itself is already amber, so it's all kind of gonna blend in anyways. Show the people what they look like. So as you can tell, super bright. That is the sequential that you see running down the side of it. And then also Brandon opted for these step pads that go on here. These are the gray hex pads, and these things are beautiful, guys. I don't know if you guys have seen the boats that have the decking done and everything, but these things are beautiful. They've got Boost Auto's logo, got all the hexagons on it, some more Boost Auto stuff. They're amazing. And personally, the size of these steps I like better than the steps that we took off. I think these fit your feet better. I think they stick out better. They look better overall. So I'm gonna stop rambling on. We're gonna wait for it to get dark out and get some footage for you guys, and then we'll close out this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those steps. We got them put on Brandon's truck. It's been a couple weeks and he is absolutely loving them. So one thing I do want to add, I mentioned in the video that there was some confusion on my end and the running light was amber on the steps because we did not select switchback. We did not hook up the rock light functionality in the video during the installation for the sole fact of we were like, you know, if the running lights are going to be on, rock lights are most likely going to be on. We don't have to connect them because they're going to be on. Well, a couple days went by. Brandon got the urge to connect it just to see, you know, if there's anything different. And he connected them to the rock lights, and sure enough, the lights on the steps were white. They matched the rock lights. So he was super happy about that, but I wanted to add that in at the end of this video because I know I paused it earlier to, you know, kind of explain that to you guys, but I wanted to make sure you fully understood that when he hooked up the rock light functionality on the steps, the light was white. So if you did order the sequential steps or anything like that, just hook them up to your rock light, select the rock light functionality when you're ordering your steps, and then you'll have that as well as the amber running light if you just wanted to run that and not have your rock lights on. Completely up to you. There's a lot of customization that goes into these steps, and I really like that feature from Boost Auto, between the foam pads that you can option for on the steps, between the hex or the gray and the red, then the different sequential, switchback, running lights, rock lights, all these different functionalities I've never seen out of another company for steps. So I do think it is super awesome, as well as, you know, we got some hats and everything with these steps. So that was super cool. Huge thank you to Boost Auto Parts for getting these steps put on Brandon's truck. I will have links down below if you guys want to check out the steps, if you guys want to check out key fobs, tow mirrors, you name it, go check out their website. There's a bunch of different options for different vehicles, Dodges, Chevys, you know, Fords, just about everything. They've got it on their website. Go check it out. It doesn't hurt to look at the website, does it? You might find something that you're like, wow, I didn't think I needed this, but now I need it. So doesn't hurt.
make sure you guys stay tuned for the next couple videos. We got some videos pumping out that I've been super behind on. I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.